Hello, Sagittarius. This is the Healing Grasshopper here to deliver your 2024 yearly forecast. This reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. Um, so I have decided to have a focus on astrology for the yearlies because there is a lot going on. I am not an astrologer. I am merely a tarot reader. So just so that you know, I'm not extracting this information from the charts myself. I have gotten the information from various sites on the internet, and uh, there are some YouTube astrologers that I listen to. Um, you can check them out. I've included some of them below. So the first thing that I need to tell you is a very big energy. The three outer planets, Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus, are aligning and changing signs in 2024 and 2025. This is a very rare occurrence and has the potential to create great upheavals in the outer world, but seems to promise some very auspicious changes for many individuals on a personal level, which is what I'm going to focus on, the personal level. What's happening in the outer world, I'm going to leave to the astrologers. Um, you should go have a look. There's going to be a lot happening. And we've already had a peek of what's going to be happening in the next handful of years. There's a whole lot of fighting in the world and ugliness happening. And unfortunately, we're going to see more of it. Um, I, you know, I don't know what to say. And I'm not going to discuss it. It's just go have a look. It's some of it looks kind of bleak, but we'll get through it. But on a personal level, much brighter. We are all going to be building new lives, and you're going to have a clearer picture of this as the reading progresses and you learn about the astrology because it's actually on a personal level very exciting. So Venus is direct all year, which makes it easier to focus and make viable plans without stop starts, false starts that Venus is known to bring. So, Venus, when she goes retrograde, creates that kind of overly optimistic, rose colored glasses type um, outlook where everything looks good. And then when she goes direct again, you're like, what was I thinking? Which is not going to be happening this year, which is great. Saturn in Pisces, especially because we're going to be doing a lot of building and we don't need that kind of energy getting in the way. So, Saturn in Pisces has been with us since um, March of 2023 and will stay with us until February 2026. Saturn in Pisces can generally help manifest dreams, but bring a dose of reality to impractical ideas. Saggies will also be paying attention to improving self image and how they present themselves to the world, but with an emphasis on being kind to oneself. Jupiter in Taurus has been with us since May of 2023 and will stay with us until May 25th of 2024. This will bring Saggies opportunities to grow in in the work or business sector with a happy environment and a greater enjoyment in the workplace. Now will be a time to more easily find employment that you enjoy. Be careful, though, not to pile on too much on your plate, as almost everything will look good in this environment. Uranus and Taurus. has been with us since 2018 and will stay until July 2025, with the general energy of disrupting long held beliefs and habits, and we all know habits die hard. Expect rapid change and disruption to the way we think and communicate and how we get around. Health and wellness will be key for you at this time, Sag. Adopting healthy eating and exercise habits and making checkup appointments with incorporation of alternative medicines that can be beneficial if it resonates with you. You might also want to adopt healthier work practices, taking more time for relaxation and self care. That's going to be true for a lot of the other signs as well. Less putting your nose to the grindstone this year. Building, yes, but not overworking. So, those are kind of the bigger blanket energies that we're going to be experiencing. But now let's talk about month to month, which in January, Mercury went retrograde on the 1st and allows for a more efficient communication. But note that there are only 12 periods of retrogrades this year, which will allow more clear and direct communication. Pluto shifting into Aquarius on the 20th. Very important energy. Brings a new perspective on life with a feeling of having choices and a desire to explore new ideas, especially in the area of income. So, Pluto has been in Capricorn for the past 15 years, which wasn't really the greatest for anybody. It's a clashing energy of Pluto wanting to disrupt and take things apart and change things, and Capricorn staunchly trying to keep things the same and keep things stable. So it wasn't working very well. So how that affected us was, everything that we tried to build kind of got knocked down continuously. So it's a very, very difficult year for a lot of us, including me. I am so glad that this energy is moving away. Um, so it's shifting into Aquarius, but it's not going to stay in Aquarius. It's kind of going to retrograde back into Capricorn later in the year, and then it's going to stay in May. It's going to shift back a bit, and then in November, I believe it's going to stay in Aquarius for good for the next 20 years. So even though we're going to be feeling Pluto in Capricorn again, there's going to be a lot of supporting energies that's um, going to get us through it. The energy is no longer going to be as heavy, um, in my opinion, as it was before. That's the way I'm intuitively thinking about it. There's going to be a call for retrospection and that kind of thing, but it's not going to be heavy energy. Um, so our first card here, the January card, is the Chariot. So you might have already felt this. You feel Pluto moving into Aquarius by now, probably a lot of you, where you feel like your efforts are being supported, where you're getting on the influx of new ideas. And even, if you were getting ideas before in the past 15 years, number one, when you tried to implement them, it didn't materialize, but also it also taught you to be more conservative in your efforts as well. You had an idea and you were like, well, that's probably not going to work. How am I going to do it? I don't have the money to do it, all that kind of thing. But in this new energy, the clouds are parting. It's kind of like the influx of new ideas are like, oh, yeah, I see how I can work that out. And I can put this in place here and there. And, there's kind of a planning stage. Um, I don't know what stage of effort that you're going to be in, but at least there's going to be a real motivation to start putting things in place and a planning. So let's see. The Spirit has a clarifier for the Chariot. Spirit, tell us about the Chariot, please. There's a card there. Okay. We have got Justice. All right. Out the gate, we got Justice. So this is what's making you feel better is that you're starting, um, number one, you're closing out karmic cycles, which closing out of a karmic cycle is always makes you feel lighter, like, oh, I'm free of this, heavy energy. So that freedom of karmic cycle, what is that going to feel like? It's going to feel two things. Number one, a lot of you may be seeing um, your, your the people who have wronged you getting their karma delivered to them, which is, let's face it, can be satisfying. I'm not going to lie. But also in starting to see how your good karma is being delivered to you. And also enjoying just being free from the situation as well. Let's get one more. Spirit, I think we'd like to see a little bit more on this justice. Tell us about the justice card. I feel like for a lot of you, this was. I'm feeling more. Uh-oh. Okay, I was gonna say more workplace. Well, yeah, this might be. The devil can be in any area. So the devil. These are some really toxic situations that you were in. Good riddance. This is narcissism, um, sociopaths, just codependency, just unhealthy relationships that you're ridding yourself of. And this isn't just in the beginning of the year, too. I suspect it's going to be throughout the year. You're going to be shedding these heavy energies and toxic people in your life. So let's look at February. There's nothing astrologically significant going on in February, so we're just going to go straight to the Nine of Pentacles. Very nice. So I don't get that there's money coming yet. Yes, for some of you. But I feel like this is, for some of you, this is more of, like I said, about seeing the money coming. Yeah. For some of you, money has already come or is arriving as we speak. But for others of you, like you're putting plans together, like a new business or whatever, and you see the prospect of a big new contract, that kind of thing. You just got a phone call that you're being considered for a new contract and that kind of thing, where you see that you can do well financially with. Well, so introspection for sure. Look at the chariot again. Okay. So, a good dose of motivation you're going to be feeling. That's going to be led by intuition. This is I feel like really excited right now. Like I want to jump out of my chair. You guys are gonna, you guys are gonna have a good year. It's not gonna be easy, Sagittarius. Something makes me wanna. I keep picking up this deck, and I think Spirit wants to clarify what this deck is. This is the Vivid Journey Tarot. Right. So you're going to be in a great big hurry. This is Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles is a kind of um, disillusioned kind of feeling where you're not sure if what you're working on is going to be worth the effort. So this is leftover energy from the previous years where you're motivated, yeah, but there's kind of um that voice in the back of your head like, really, is this really going to work though? you know but the spirit is telling you to ignore those feelings, that have some quiet time and connect with spirit, and you're going to see how it's going to work. You'll be able to release those doubts. Thank you, spirit. So let's do March, lunar eclipse in Libra. You may find yourself needing to take the lead in a situation to keep things on track with others. Willing, sorry. You may find yourself needing to take the lead in a situation to keep things on track, with others willing to follow your lead if you do it mindfully and with respect and empathy. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is about good karma. So, the spirit saying that this taking the lead is going to do well for you. Just make sure that you're doing it with respect and empathy. Make sure that you're including the opinions, or considering the opinions of others, and not leading with a tyrannical foot, and things will go well for you. So that's the Five of Wands, by the way, reversed. So reversed is really fighting. So but that doesn't necessarily mean that there will be fighting. This is more of a spirit, um, kind of reminding you to be mindful of others' thoughts and needs and opinions, and to be inclusive. And you can avoid the resentment and of others, and arguments and that kind of thing. So we have April next is Jupiter into Gemini, a good environment for an upgrade in relationships of any kind, but also a good energy to resolve conflicts for healthy relationships. Toxic relationships will likely be coming to a close with a clear vision for a better life. Some may be craving freedom in romantic relationships, but are advised not to make any hasty decisions that you might regret later. Consider counseling before calling it quits. For sure. Yeah, you don't want to do anything that you regret later. Okay. Spirit is not shy here, talking about the success and money too. The Magician, and you've got all the resources coming to you to do it. It's going to be an exciting year for you, Sagittarius. So, just to address the relationships, um, and Spirit doesn't really seem to be concerned about that, Jupiter and Gemini. You're, Jupiter and Gemini energy isn't going to affect you as much, I think. Any toxic relationships that you have that you want to discard, you'll do it intuitively. Just be careful not to throw the baby out with the bathwater. So not all relationships are toxic and need to be dumped out. Some can be worked out, but you'll know that intuitively. Um, June, Saturn goes retrograde. Sagittarius will have the confidence and energy to accomplish tasks with plenty of exciting new ideas. A feeling of positivity and desire to adopt healthy habits will be felt. So let's see what we've got. Page of Swords. So, Page of Swords talks about using one's noggin to get things done. You're using your intellect and your ideas to get things done. It's pretty much what this means. And adopting the new healthy habits as well. Okay. Wait, are these supposed to be reversed? They're both reversed. Okay, so we've got Eight of Wands and we've got Three of Pentacles. So quite a bit is going to be happening in this month. Hold on. Um, let's see. Oh, we didn't pick the June card up. These go here. No wonder these didn't seem to go with Page of Swords because they go with the Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit talks about introspection because when there are lots of things happening and distractions and um, lots of people asking you for things. Okay, yes, I see now. All right. Over here, we were talking about leadership and, being the leader and that kind of thing. I feel that energy here with your interactions with others. And this could be kind of coming to a head where, yes, you're leading well and everything, but people might be leaning on you a little bit too much for completing tasks and decision making and that kind of thing. So there's going to need to be a delegation of tasks and a kind of setting boundaries too is what the hermit is saying. There's got to be boundaries. This is less introspection and more setting boundaries and knowing what your limits are, so that you can get your own tasks done and focusing on, the hermit here is focusing on his own light. But in this context is more of you focusing on your own tasks, which other people are getting in the way of. So, boundaries, boundaries. Um, we've got July, North Node transit to Aries. You'll feel the clouds lifting as the hard work you've been doing is paying off and a period of enjoyment will come. Opportunities for fun and exploration of interests will pop up, allowing Sagittarians to do what they love best, which is fun and exploration is your middle name. So, ooh, look at you, Sagittarius. So, along with that, fun and exploration might come some romance as well. But you're so goal oriented here that you might be a little oblivious to whoever it is that's trying to get your attention. So, as the time gets closer, I'm going to remind you of this to look up and see the cup that's being handed to you. You might want to pick that cup up, Sagittarius. So let's see what else Spirit wants to say about this Four of Cups. Yeah, there aren't too many signs picking up new hot romances. Everyone's just kind of working to build. Oh, there's Temperance. Right, so this talks about balance. That tower's not for you. Um, this talks about balance with work and pleasure here. This is telling you what I just said. To don't be so focused on your tasks that you're missing your cups here. Work hard, play hard. What's going on with my cards here? What did I do? Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's get one more though for Four of Cups. Wait, what happened here? We still have. Okay. Oh, Judgments and the Star. So you've got potential for romance here. And it looks like it's divinely blessed as well. Yeah, we'll see as the time approaches. There might literally be romance in the cards for you. So let's see what we have for August. Saturn square Jupiter, inviting us all to shed habits and excesses that might be unhealthy or counterproductive. Also, be cautious in spending and you'll have an urge to make wise choices in finances. So, Two of Wands. That's you absolutely making those, choosing to make those wise finance decisions. Um, and a shedding of bad habits. This is a choice to do better, is what this is. The globe here is about your foresight of things improving. Okay. Look at the romance again. Okay, so this is not part of the traditional Rider Waite. This is a bonus card in the Centennial deck of Pamela Smith. Wait a minute. I think this card came out for the last reading as well. That's interesting. And this card like never comes out. Um, so Pamela Smith. Hold on, wait. What was the last? It was Scorpio. So this romance might actually be with the Scorpio guys, because Scorpio got this card too. That'll be interesting to see. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Scorpio. Maybe Libra. I think it's Scorpio. Could be either. Anyway, so there were some lost illustrations of um, Pamela Smith. Pretty sure her last name is Smith. Um, that they decided to include in the Centennial deck. Um, so I just keep them in because they're descriptive, and I think they work well in the deck. Um, this card, though, for me, usually means caution in romance. It's kind of like, and the reason why I say caution is because of these birds on the top here, and how, see, this one is kind of flipped upside down, and there's kind of a stirring out of control here. And it also kind of reminds me of the cartoons with like the stars and the birds tweeting around you when you're in love, kind of dizzy. So there's kind of a caution that this card carries of don't get carried away in romance. But let's get one more. Is that really same for you, though? Because this looks like it's divinely guided. Or maybe it's just simply saying, um, not to let it distract you too much from the task moving forward. Let's see. It's not really clear yet. And it may not be clear to me until you see, Queen of Cups. All right, so this is a caution not to let this spin out of control, though, because Queen of Cups is, this is a queen who values her heart and doesn't give it away to just anyone. So yeah, there's something going on here. That there's romance, but just also caution, and maybe this, yeah. For some of you, it's divinely guided, but is it karmic? Wow, I'm really stuck on this one. I don't wanna move on. This is an interesting one here. What do we have here? All right. So yeah. So Spirit saying that this is not to worry about it. It's gonna work out. And this is more of a message to me than it is to you, I feel like. Spirit's like, don't worry, it's not anything to be concerned about. Yeah, there's a warning here, don't let it, derail you, but you're fine. We'll work it out when we get to it. This is Ten of Pentacles, by the way, which is about prosperity and things working out well. So yeah, we're not going to be too concerned about that. So we have September. Uranus goes retrograde. This energy will make it difficult to ignore the issues you have with your job. If you are unhappy at the workplace, you will have the urge to do something about it, like plan an exit. as there will be plenty of new and exciting opportunities available to you. Okay. Oh, and boy, will there be. There's three of wands. Watching your ships come in. Yeah, there will be opportunities. Listen, if your job is unsatisfying and you've got a boss that's a jerk and you've got coworkers who, are making you unhappy, you can easily leave. You don't have to put up with that garbage. Any clarification, Spirit? That's too many, though. Clarification, please. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, you've been at the job so long. This is two of swords. For many of you, this is a situation that you've been in for a long time. So even though the path will be clear for you, you're still going to be hesitant to leave, even though the universe is going to be nudging you to make that change. But that's okay. It's fine. This energy of opportunity is going to be so dazzling for you that you'll be able to eventually make that decision. One more. Ooh. Oh, see, there you go. Four cups. You are not going to be, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of you being up in your head a little too much, of being disgruntled and unhappy, and but here's the solution for you. It's what I just said. Here's the solution for you, that the universe is handing you, but you're so caught up in um same old, and the drudgery of your day-to-dayness. Clean it up, uh grasshopper. What I mean to say is you have your job that you've been in for so long, right? And it's kind of a toxicity that you're used to, and you're having a hard time seeing your way out of it, right? And the opportunity is there in front of you, but you're still kind of paralyzed by it all. But it's gonna be fine. It's gonna work out. If you just look up and see this cup that the universe is handing you, you know, you'll look up eventually and see it there, because the three of wands tells me so. You're gonna see it. One more, please. Oops. Yeah. What did I say? You're gonna see it, right? You're probably gonna get a job offer. This is six of wands. You're so used to not being valued and being unappreciated that you're gonna be up in your feels, and unhappy and crying over spilt milk, but in the end you'll be triumphant. You'll be successful. So then we have October. Solar eclipse in Libra brings a desire with support from sorry, brings a desire with support from the universe to make your dreams and ideas a reality. Fantastic. High Priestess, support from the universe. And this is your connection to the universe. You really feeling. See, before in Pluto with Capricorn, it was that feeling that there was a force working against you. Now you're going to have that feeling that there's a force supporting you. And that force is going to be leading you and making your decisions and building your new life. Here's clarification on the high priest, please, for October. I have clarification. I don't feel cards coming. Try one more. I don't feel cards coming for this one. No. Okay. So for November, there's nothing of significance happening astrologically. So we just have look at the Ace of Cups. So this is hold on. Okay, so this is indeed talks about romance, and this might be something progressing a few months later. This might be you taking things to the next level with this person. Maybe, and this is November, so this might be spending the holidays together and really taking each other seriously where you might not have been doing that here. So let's see what Spirit says about this Ace of Cups. It feels light and fun. That much I can tell you. You're very happy here. Yeah, there's a happy feeling. And for many of you, this will be the best holiday you've had in a while. Page of Swords. One more. Are you guys making plans here? This is you guys making plans. This might be, wow. All right. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles over here. Very interesting, Sagittarius. So you've got the Fool and the Page of Swords. You guys are really seriously thinking about, and the Ace of Cups. You guys are really thinking about taking this to the next level. And this isn't just thinking. This is you guys are discussing this. You guys are really exchanging your thoughts and your plans for the future. Lovely. So, December, we're going to get a little dark here. Mars goes retrograde, which brings an energy of hyper motivation and wanting to accomplish everything quickly, which is not always the best choice. So be aware of this energy and resist the urge to rush. Tempers can flare, so be mindful and avoid conflict. So, now, the The thing that you need to remember here with this Mars retrograde is that it's not only affecting you. This is everybody, all signs is going to be affected by this. And a reminder also that everyone is going to be building brand new lives too. And it's going to have this kind of sense of urgency to put things together and everything. So that means everyone has their blinders on and sees things in tunnel vision where they might not always be mindful of others, you see. So, which can kind of bring people literally and figuratively crashing into each other, right? So, this could mean like road rage, accidents, arguing in the supermarket, you know, that kind of thing. Um, but also, it could also bring that feeling of the tasks that you want to get done and your businesses that you're building or that kind of thing. You're suddenly going to feel like, "Oh, I have to hurry up and do it because you're already motivated. But Mars makes you feel like you're not going fast enough. So I'm going to remind you when we get closer to December that take it easy. There's no rush, even though you feel like you do need to rush. You don't want to do that because you can really mess things up. So let's see what we got. See, yeah, you have Eight of Swords here, which is about being so overwhelmed by things you don't know how to proceed. So, Mars is really going to bring that energy of chaos. Um, so also, by the way, Spirit is telling me to be sure to this is talking about blind fury as well. So there's going to be a lot of people who don't have control of their emotions as well. We have people saying ugly things to each other and that kind of thing. So be careful. The Eight of Swords doesn't usually mean that, but it does in this context. So, um, it's just, I don't know that we need clarification for this, but let's see what Spirit's got for us. Oop. What did I just say? Beware of sharp tongues, including your own. Is Knight of Swords reversed? Okay, be careful of your tongue. Don't say things that you'll regret. Is exactly what this is saying. Not just in this context, but always. Knight of Swords always warns of this in reverse. Don't say something that you'll regret later. Okay, so again, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We'll talk about it. Um, so, oh, and the other thing Spirit is saying is that Sagittarians, you guys do have the habit of kind of having your foot in your mouth too, that you kind of blurt out things that you should be internalizing as well. So you're gonna just have to be extra mindful of that as well. So, and I'm not trying to wind you up here. Every sign is going to be going through this, and everyone has their bad habits and their shadows that they're going to be displaying in this energy. So yours is just being mindful of what you say because oftentimes you aren't. You'll say things and not realize that you're insulting people. So, anywho, in review, your key words and phrases. You have 9 of them. One, influx of new ideas, especially in the areas area of income. Fabulous. 2, improving self image and kindness to oneself. 3, more enjoyment in the workplace, even if that means seeking new employment. 4, mindful and respectful leadership. 5, relationship upgrades with new or improved connections. 6, closing out toxic relationships while strengthening healthy ones. 7, shedding bad habits while adopting healthy ones. 8, opportunities for fun and exploration. 9, manifesting dreams. Yes, ma'am. All with support from the universe. Beautiful, Sagittarius. You're going to have a beautiful year. I hope that this fills you with excitement and you're ready to go to tackle this year. I love you, Sagittarians. I will speak to you soon. Love and many blessings.